everyone, welcome back to the main topic. My name is Vianney Vernon Maldonado, and today we are talking about Wallace State's internship and work study programs with Caroline Haigh.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So I have been going to Wallace for 2.5 years now. I started as a fast track student, as a homeschooled fast track student. And then I started dual enrolling at my local high school, which is Coleman High School. And then about 6 months ago, I think, I started an internship here in the marketing department.
Nice. What was your specific internship position, and what kind of things did you do for that position?
My internship was in the marketing department, so I was a marketing intern, and I was also a social media ambassador. And part of my role was taking pictures of different events. It could have been sporting events or just fun activities around the campus, or it could have also been more organized activities like homecoming. I also went and took videos for online platforms like Instagram, and then I was also in some of the content to promote Wallace, to promote some of the activities, to promote, just different things going on around campus.
So how did you hear about this position?
It was at an event on campus called Pulse, and it's a 2-day-long event where you get into classes, but you have to attend certain events on campus. You can either attend a lecture, you can attend classes that are teaching you self-defense or how to make sushi, and there are also some serve events. And so I participated in one of the serve events, which was taking pictures around campus, because I love taking pictures, and my sister gave me a decent camera a while ago, so I was able to take some decent pictures, and I just had fun doing it. That was really the only reason I chose it. And then I submitted those, and after I submit them, I got an email from Miss Elle Hensley, who is in the marketing department, and she said she liked my pictures, and she wanted to offer up the idea of being in an internship in the marketing department. And I was just about to go into college. That was my senior year. I'm trying new things. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in life. So I was like, you know what, why not? And so I did it. And now I'm going into college for business management and marketing.
Period. Everything full circle moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so glad that I did it. I really am so glad that I did it.
What does the application process look like?
It wasn't too bad. There was a lot of paperwork, but it's just like a paper application that you fill out. It was honestly really good for me to do because, I'm a senior in a high school, and I was like, well, what is this information? How do I find this out? And it kind of forced me to learn the things that I needed to learn about, how to find this important information. But it took a little bit for me to fill out, but then I turned it in, and, I talked with Elle, and we sat down and we talked about it for a little while. They just want to kind of feel me out, feel my personality out, and then see if I needed to ask any questions about it, just for clarification purposes. And that was about it. Yeah, it was really easy.
Nice. I'm also currently a marketing intern for Wallace State, but before I was an intern, I was a work study for talent search. There's a couple differences between internships and work study positions at Wallace. The main one is that work study positions are offered to students that are eligible for Pell, and interns, it's just like a regular job.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And so the difference between applying for positions, you go through Karen Downs for the work study, and then once you fill out the application for that, I think it's the same application, but she assigns you to your department.
Okay. So you don't, you apply for the work study, but you don't apply for the specific program?
No. I don't.
Okay. So it's just random?
Yes, at times. But I already worked with Todd, which was my work study boss, so I just requested that one. You can request departments.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about how many hours you worked per week?
I worked a maximum of 10 hours a week. I can't exceed 10 hours a week. So some weeks I hit 10 hours. Some weeks when I was busy with finals, I worked under there. And it was a really flexible position. I was told many times that, my priority is school, and if I need to cut down on my hours, that's totally fine, which was amazing for me because I had a busy schedule at the end of the semester. And so I wasn't working very many hours, but I still was working, and I was still able to enjoy the position and learn so much, but also be able to keep school as my number one priority.
Right. And the amount of hours you can work under an internship varies, I've heard. And for work studies, the max amount of hours you can work is 18. But also, like Caroline said, like if you need to focus on school, you can lower those hours. So
Yeah, which is an amazing perk. That was one of the best parts.
Right.
Was just the flexibility.
When you fill out your FAFSA, usually there's a box that you can fill out that says, I am interested in a work study position. And if you fill it out, somebody from Wallace, usually Karen Downs, will reach out to you regarding this position. But if you feel like you're very interested in this, you can go ahead and contact Karen Downs for that. And her email is karen.downs@wallacestate.edu.
No way, that's awesome.
So what are some of the benefits of participating in an internship at Wallace State?
One of the things for me was the time. Like, I can go straight to class, and then I can go straight to my internship, and it takes me, like, 3 minutes to drive there. So it saved me a lot of time there. And then you have a lot of student involvement with your job. So whenever I was taking pictures at events or taking videos, I got to talk to a lot of students, especially if they were being in the videos. Like, I took some with the sports teams. And so I got to know some of them. I got to talk to some of them, see if any of them would be interested in this kind of position, whether being in the videos or whether, like, actually working it. And so I love that part. And honestly, it's awesome having a job at a community college.
How did you balance your, like, involvement on campus and your work and then classes?
My work schedule was able to, kind of arrange around my class schedule. And then I also kind of kept myself balanced by having intramurals, which gave me some work-life balance. So I could go to school, I could go to work, and then I could kind of de-stress with some intramurals. I also took pictures at some of them. So even if I didn't play in them necessarily, I did have, like, set ones that I played in. But if I didn't play in them and I wanted to go to a basketball intramural to take photos, I could also... It practically wasn't even work at that time. It was just, it was just for fun. It was just de-stressing.
Right. So for students that are interested in having an internship around campus, who would you recommend talking to?
The best way I've seen to get internships is just to be active around campus. I mean, if you're active, if you're out there, if people see you, they will get in contact with you. They can get in contact with you.
Right.
Because it's a smaller college. People know people. But also, if there's a specific department that you're interested in, you can go and talk to your advisor, and they'll help direct you to who you need to speak to.
What's your favorite memory from working as an intern with marketing?
Definitely the day that we did our logo. We drew our logo outside of the student center in chalk, and it was during homecoming week when people were, like, advertising different homecoming things outside in chalk, and it was like the chalk day or something. I don't remember what it was called.
It was chalk day.
Yeah, chalk day. And we spent, I think, was it over 4 hours? It was somewhere around there.
Sometime.
With, like, 4 or 5 people helping. It was huge. We made it way too big, but it was awesome. It was so much fun. Yeah, I love that. But honestly, the job was so enjoyable in itself, and I love just meeting new people who I wouldn't have met and learning so much through this internship. I have learned so many skills that are just good, important skills for me to have, like basic editing things and some just little tips on how to work a camera well. Like, some of those settings, you're like, I don't even know what those mean, and so I got to learn that. I got to learn how to use Canva, learn how to use...
There's so many things on Canva.
Yes, I know.
I didn't know.
There's so many little things that I learned, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so simple now that I learned. I just never learned before.
Right.
And I love learning skills like that, and it's so important. So just the entire thing in general, but that chalk day was by far my favorite memory.
And then when I'm sorry to mention this, remember when we kept running out of white?
We had to go back to the store and get more white, but apparently there was more white underneath the table.
Yeah, it was a whole mess.
We used so much white because if you look at the emblem, there's a lot of white on it.
The whole thing, just like the orange and the blue.
Yeah.
But anyways.
We did great. It was awesome.
It was fun.
So good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to talk about it and share this, and I really hope that some other people will take this opportunity because I cannot recommend it more.
Thank you once more to our guest, Caroline Haigh. The Main Topic is hosted by me, Vianney Verdon Maldonado. Script editing is done by Eleanor Slesser. Audio and video editing is done by Emily Delgado Duarte and Arlette Flores. Graphic design and outreach management is done by Gracie Moody, and all of this is possible through our Wallace State marketing team.